All right, I got to tell you guys a story.
Okay.
So I got back from the gym last night, and it was a swimming day. So we swam. We were doing laps and stuff. And I get home from the gym, and I got this bag of wet clothes and a wet towel and such. So I get home, and I'm like, okay, let me leave these like shorts out to like dry up a little bit before I put them in my hamper. So I go outside, and I'm like trying to find a place to hang them, but no avail. So I'm like, okay, let me walk back inside. I'll just throw them in the dryer. I don't care. Boom. I step in dog poop in my Converse sneakers. And such a fucking bummer, dude. So I go in the house, and I have my hands full of a big bag with a wet towel and wet shorts. And then I go back into the house. I clean off my shoe, and I wrap my wet clothes in like a towel and put them away, whatever. I set up my room so nice. I have King of the Hill on my laptop by my bed. I have my little candle heater on. I got some dim lights. I got the window open, fresh air. It's raining. It's a beautiful scene. And I'm about to fall asleep, shut my little baby eyes. So I get up again, because I got to brush my teeth, you know. I just had chips and salsa. I got to brush my teeth.
I thought you were asleep.
So I do that. I put my flip-flops on. I'm about to go to sleep, but I'm resting. I'm at rest. I'm Chris at rest.
He's resting his eyes.
I go walk to the bathroom. I have my flip-flops on. Boom. Stepped in dog poop again. All within the span of an hour.
Do you have a dog?
Completely stepped in shit twice in 1 hour. Yeah, my roommate has a dog.
That's funny.
She's very old. She's an old girl.
Is that what
the dog or the woman?
You stepped in the dog shit, or did you do it a third time?
Geisha was actually streaming, and I said, bro, I just stepped in dog shit twice within 60 minutes.
Too. I was like,
two different pairs of shoes.
Is it good
Two different pairs of shoes.
Luck?
I think it's good luck.
I think
we're coming up roses.
What are you talking about?
I think we're coming up roses.
Dog dude.
Nothing
twice.
Worse can happen to me for the rest of the week.
It's going like this.
That's not true.
Fair enough.
That's not true at all.
You could step in like.
Not if you say that.
Well, yeah, I mean, what are we gonna go? Oh, he had such good luck. He got hit by a car, but it shouldn't have happened. He stepped in dog shit twice in one day. Like when I'm crying at your funeral,
within 60 minutes.
This shouldn't have happened.
Would he have dog shit on his shoe at the funeral?
Ooh,
just a little.
No, but Katie will be there, and yes, you do have to give a speech, Katie. And you this fucking shit stepper stepped twice in 60 minutes.
The shit stepper.
Yeah, he wanted everybody to know.
That's what he was known as before he went. He was the shit stepper. I don't know why when you were telling me the story and you had your clothes all in the bag and stuff, there were two things that were going through my head. Number one, were they netted shorts, regular shorts, or board shorts? Number two, were you wearing pants when you walked out?
Yeah, I was. I got these.
Did you cut me off guard with the dog?
I could show them. They're these great shorts, and I really like them for the gym because they have they're netty shorts with like basketball shorts, but they have an under seam underneath.
Oh, so you could go in
like
without anything like on.
I could do my stretches and spread my legs.
Right.
And if people catch a glimpse,
and you went
nothing's hanging out, nothing's
into the pool.
What?
In those?
I went into the pool. Yeah, jumping on in.
You went into the pool with them.
You went in.
Yeah, we were doing laps.
After you sweat in the gym.
No, there's a little wash. There's a little shower, guys.
I didn't even know you went to the gym.
Chris,
yeah, man.
That's nasty. You
Joey,
went
when's
in
the
all
last time we
sweaty?
spoke?
Like 2 nights ago.
Chat, they're trying to be funny. They're trying to dog on me.
2 nights ago.
I was clean.
The dog did
non-sweaty
go on
jumping
you.
in the,
Maybe
what's the
3.
worst
Need
that
to
could
do
happen jumping
anything.
in a pool covered in sweat? Who cares?
But the pool goers, children, not children.
Staff.
I bet you pee in it too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got old people going in those pools, right? So they do aerobic workouts and they're sweating. And they have folds.
Say you sweat.
You sweat.
I do sweat.
Newsflash.
I do sweat.
The older vulnerable, and you're putting sweat in their pool. That's
You're
disgusting.
putting sweat in there. They bring urine. They bring formaldehyde and powder. You know,
my friend.
They've already been embalmed, and they're still swimming.
Exactly.
They're
Their
stare at
orifices
you.
are clogged, and you're not helping them get clean.
Unclogged.
That's where they're cleaning themselves.
You're not unclogging their orifices.
I just pictured like a Zach D films of like clogged pores and showing like yellow gunk in a pore.
Do you ever watch those videos where they take a little scalpel thing and they press that gunk out, and you're like, "This."
I don't
is gross,
search
but
them,
it
but they
feels
do
good.
find me.
Yeah, they find me.
They
Yeah,
don't.
they find
I
me.
don't search them. They do find me.
Unclog those comedones, boys.
What is that?
That's your pores. Your
Comedones?
Comedones.
They're already
I went to
called pores.
cosmetology school. It's the same thing. Comedones.
Comedones. The comedone. The Tacoma dome.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Would you like a the $5 word, I have one for you.
Let's get it. Thank you.
Chris, you can cut that out.
That's such a revelation. How long have you been going to the gym now?
You know, we started, I started going with Erica, and we were just like, we could just go. We could just find a gym in between, in the middle of us, and just like keep each other accountable, because that's the big thing. Yeah. If I was going by myself, I'd disappoint myself all the time. I would stop going, but I don't want to disappoint Erica, and Erica doesn't want to disappoint me, so it works out.
Look at that.
Do you run into a lot of crazy old people at the gym?
We usually go at like midnight. And then, you know what, there is some older people there going on the treadmills and stuff. Every time I go, without fail, I see this like older dude, like this really skinny old dude, and he's on the treadmill and probably in better shape than me.
Since we're talking about the gym, did you want to hear my drool story?
Yeah, what's the drool? You have a drool story at the gym?
Yeah, so I drink a lot of water at the gym. I don't know if that's weird. I think that's pretty normal.
You need to drink a lot. Do you have one of those
healthy,
big canisters?
hydrated?
Yeah, I got a big bottle.
Yeah.
It's probably like 64 ounces. It's huge.
That's what mine
80
is.
ounces. I don't know. It's big. But so I was like, at the end of my workout, and I was like doing the ab crunch machine. And so
I love that thing.
I love that machine. And like, there's a wall of machines, and then the machines I'm on, they face each other. And I was just doing my fucking crunches. And I like drink some water in between my set, and I'm just like really focused on like getting it done. And I just like did the crunch, and this long strand of spit just like, out of my mouth. And thankfully it landed on my legs, but there was like two guys standing there that like were kind of looking at me, and I was just like,
they saw
I have to finish. I don't know.
A 3-foot long
I
strand.
don't know, but I was just like, I gotta finish this and get the fuck out of here. I can't be here anymore.
They're like,
faster.
It was so much spit. It wasn't just like a little. It was like a very visible 6
It's like
inches.
dentist shit.
Oh
I was like,
God.
I gotta go stretch. I don't want anybody to look at me anymore.
Please.
Let me go stretch with my saliva-covered leg.
Exactly.
I don't know why that reminded me of, I think because you said spit, so I thought of dentist, but I remember I went to the dentist to get a cleaning recently, and I hadn't been in like 3 years, dude. But
that's not that long.
she was talking to me about
Not in this economy.
Listen, I don't remember
my wisdom teeth getting taken out. So I was like, yeah, isn't that like I was referring to getting what's a temporary tooth? Not a temporary tooth.
Bridge?
A crown?
Not a
Crown?
bridge. The opposite.
What
No.
are we playing Pictionary? You're freaking out, Chris.
Implant.
What is it
Those
called?
things
Implant.
I
was
An
like,
implant.
yeah,
Okay.
I saw a thing. It has to go in with a metal post, and then it screws in like that. And she went, "Wow, you really know your stuff."
Dude,
And
you're
I
an
said,
agent.
"No, I saw a TikTok where a girl got all of her teeth replaced with implants, but before they actually put the implants in, they showed her mouth, and she just had screws like inside, and it looked crazy."
I don't like that.
And the dentist said, "Whoa."
I think the
wonder if
last
that's the same girl I
time.
follow.
I don't know. That's another video that just found me.
Oh.
Oh, it was a
Found
video
me.
that found.
I follow a girl
Yeah,
that
'cause she
had
was
that
like-
happen because she had a drug addiction and she lost all of her teeth.
Oh
I've seen
shit!
So
What
she
kind of
had
drugs?
That too.
dentures. Yeah, she had dentures before, and then they like because she like kind of blew up. There was an implant place that was like, "We'll give you implants," and she was like, "All right." But
Yeah.
apparently, it's like, oh, the whole thing's like really painful, and you have to have like temporary ones, and they keep breaking on her, and it sucks, and I feel really bad for her.
Screw girl.
One person in this room has a major drug addiction.
Are you sure it's just one of us, Christopher?
Who are
my.
you talking about?
What are you referring to?
Accusations.
So a bunch of people are playing Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Marvel Rivals is kind of taking over the hero shooter genre right now, and I tried playing it with Joey the other day, but it just a lot of the heroes were complicated to me, like which is understandable because you're throwing me into a game with already like established like 30 some odd heroes to learn and try to do good with. It just made me want to play Overwatch, so I played some Overwatch, and now me and Geisha are like, we're back in it. Like, it's fun again. Perks just got released.
She wants to
I
play
think that
now. Oh,
breathed
100%.
a lot of new life in there with a perk like that, and people that would blow are now sucking in. Like, things are different.
Yeah.
Dog. Everything's
Oh, is it
remixed.
changing again in Overwatch?
Yeah, and
Okay,
you're not
'cause I
going to
remember
want to
the-
miss this because things are changing in a huge way.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing a thing.
Welcome to the podcast. I think this is episode
19.
which we reached double digits.
Woo!
You'll know my voice. I'm Chris Video Vomit, and I'm joined today by Joey Intro.
Hi, welcome to Wendy's. What can I get for you?
Yeah, I really want the spicy chicken nuggets.
Are you using the app today?
Oh, I'm just at the drive-thru. Can I just get the nuggets?
Did you know that you could pay on the app and also coupons will be applied, like promo codes and stuff?
Like how much?
Yeah, so what are you ordering today?
I just want the chicken nuggets.
I could probably save you some money. If you want to pull off to the side and download the app, hop back online. I can really help you out.
No, I'm gonna sit here.
What kind of sauces did you want?
Could I please get buttermilk ranch and buffalo?
You know, there's a wider selection of sausage on our app.
Sausage?
Sausage?
Sausage. You can also
get
spicy breaded sausage. You can get,
there's a wide array of sausage
you can,
on our menu.
Code like this. All right, next in line.
All right, I'm Nifty Katie, and this is Chris trying to teach me how to yes end. Can I get a McChicken? Can I get a McChicken?
Can I get a McChicken?
We don't have McChickens here. This is Wendy's.
Okay, what do you got? That's chicken on a...
Oh, we got a Dave single.
What's that? How single is
That's not
he?
chicken.
That's Dave's. Oh.
We got a Dave's chicken.
Okay, what comes on the Dave's chicken? What comes on it? How do I know if I like it?
Onions and our breaded fried chicken.
Can I have grilled chicken?
Yeah, you can sub it for a grilled chicken.
Okay. Can I just get grilled chicken with nothing else on it?
Do you want a bun?
Just one.
Did you know that you could place special instructions on our app? Do you have our app, right?
No.
Well, you better get it.
Fuck you.
I'm allowed by law to refuse service to anyone, and I'm choosing to enact on this.
Mm-hmm. On what grounds?
Fuck you. Next in line, Geisha.
Hi, my name is Geisha Monroe. I'm Geisha Monroe. Don't Google me unless you got safe search on.
Yeah, so what are you ordering today?
I'll have the Dave's special bucket of chili. It's a 3-gallon bucket of chili. I'm sure you've heard of this because you work there. The bucket of chili.
You can get additives to our Wendy's chili.
Yeah, I want all of them.
You can get chives, cheese, and...
sour cream.
Fuck, what's that other one? No, you can't get sour cream on the chili.
You can get on the baked potato.
Chives, cheese, and onions. Chives, cheese, and
onions. No fucking onions.
You can do that.
No onions.
You don't even need the app.
I don't.
I'll hook you up.
Yeah, I know. I'll be at the back door.
You don't even need the app. That's fucked up.
I heard a rumor that somebody said when I was in grade school, somebody said, did you know that at Wendy's they just use the leftover hamburger meat in their chili?
Yeah, no shit.
Fingers
and I
too,
said,
right?
So what?
Exactly.
It's good.
Who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They make that in a can at the grocery store. You can buy it.
I wish they would throw that meat out and not use it in the chili.
What are you, a catering hall?
Joey, you used to work at a casino, right?
I did work at a casino as security.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was in St. Louis, I worked at a casino.
Oh, I didn't know this.
How long did you move to St. Louis for?
No. Wait, what?
Frequent listeners of the podcast will know Joey's bouncing around this country like a fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, huh. Oh, are you talking about when I escorted some people out?
I want to know.
So,
I haven't heard anything about this, so.
There's a few. There was one where this guy, he was like, I was told that he was a drunk. So I'm going and I'm trying to bring this guy out.
Your manager gave you like a heads up?
They tell you over the radio. Surveillance. Anyway, so I'm walking him out. I'm walking him out and he's like being really weird for a drunk guy. And I walk him to the fountain and he stops there and he starts getting chatty. Both my managers come up and they're chilling. And he pulls me to the side and he's like, listen, bro, I gotta go. I'm like, yeah, you gotta go. He's like, I just smoked a whole bowl. I'm like, oh, so that explains a lot. He's like, listen, bro, you gotta be different when you were around these ladies. They hard to get. I'm like, I mean, not really. He's like, you motherfucking Gustavo, so it don't matter. He FaceTimes his woman and shows me on video. He's like, look at this motherfucker I got here with me. Now you tell him
He's
what's
talking to
up.
his wife?
Because he just showed her forehead. And that came across the wrong way for him.
Joe.
Then he's like,
keep it respectful. I like that.
He's like, you gotta be shy with these women and anxious. Your dick gotta move different. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the opposite of what you gotta do.
Joey's doing a fish motion.
Yeah, no,
motioning
he did that.
his hand
He did
like
it
a
with
fish.
his arm. He's like, you gotta move your dick different. I'm like, no, you need
You
to
gotta rotate
Yeah.
it 45 degrees.
Differently.
He brings over the managers.
Like a rock drill. Have you ever seen that?
He starts saying shit like, no one cares about me, no one cares about you, no one cares about you or you. You know who does care? And I'm like, the Lord? And I said it
Jesus Christ.
and he starts blubbering right there.
He cried?
And he started crying.
Oh.
Then he pulls me to the side again. And he's like, listen, bro, I don't care about nothing no more but ass. Here's my number. I swear. And then he gave me his phone number.
Oh my god!
What the
I
fuck?
walked him to the bridge, and then state troopers came and walked him away.
That's crazy.
I thought you were gonna say that he jumped off the bridge. That
All I
would have been
care
about
so
now is
amazing.
I was worried you were getting there.
We've had people that have tried, but there was another guy that I was escorting. He shows up.
All
He's
I
at the
care
bar.
about now is
I'm
ass.
sorry, can I just say one thing really quick? That's a bold place to put a bridge that close to a casino.
No,
There's
shit.
two.
Like,
Double
I mean,
the chance.
come on.
There's two. There's a
Anything
highway
so-
bridge,
Yeah,
and
literally.
then
You
a
might
cross
live.
bridge.
You'll never
Yeah.
You might live and then you go off the other one just to see.
Yeah,
climb
I'm
back
sorry,
up and you
but-
try again. That's bad. You cut that out.
Oh, no.
I escorted one other dude, and he was like a guy who got put away for robbing a bank in the 70s.
You were an
Uh-huh.
escort of this man?
I had to escort him back to his room because he had a room, but he was too inebriated. So I had to get him out of the bar in the casino and back to the hotel. And so I walk up to him, and I guess he liked vibe, but he was talking like old school. Like he's like, "What's up, player man? I'm just chilling. I just got out the joint. You dig?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I dig. That's what's up." He's like, "Okay, that's cool, Joey." Whatever. And I give him like 10 minutes to chill, whatever. He just keeps on drinking. I'm letting him finish. I start walking him out, and other people are around him, and he starts freaking out. I'm like, "Don't worry about them, bro. They're not here for you. They're just chilling." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, I need my motherfucking space." I'm like, yeah. Why don't you tell me about your prison tattoos? Did you get any? And he starts stripping right there, and he starts showing me all of his prison tattoos that he got.
He starts dripping?
Stripping.
Oh.
Yeah, another dude comes up and he's like, "What's the deal with this guy?" I'm like, "Oh, this is just my friend who's helping me here."
People
He's
just be
like,
talking
"He's
to each
cool."
other
He comes
at the
up,
casino.
we walk him
It's
to the
true.
thing, and he's shirtless at this time, and he's like, I'm gonna need you to bring it in." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Come on now." He hugs me, and then he waves the other guy over too, and so we're all just doing like a group hug. I'm like, "So what
With
are you
the
gonna do
shirtless
now
prison
that?"
man?
Yeah, I was like, "So what are you gonna do now that you're out of the joint?" He's like, "Probably rob another bank."
There it goes.
Oh
There we
my
go.
god!
Yeah, it was crazy. He was not kidding.
You're like, I saw it in the
Yeah.
paper the next day.
Well, so then his daughter or stepdaughter is this woman who was a manager, and she taught me how to say "you got fat ass" in Ethiopian. It's anche bedonk talik kiralish. But
And you won't guess how much it comes in handy.
I mean, I've used it here and there.
You'll
yeah.
never guess.
I was like, "Oh yeah, your daughter. She taught me." He's like, "What did she teach you?" And I'm like, how to work on the property. Yeah, she's cool, man. Yeah, because she was talking about herself in that moment. She was a strange woman, but yeah.
There was an old website called FML where it was just like fuck my life stories. And I remember one of them saying, I asked my Spanish speaking friend how to say baby in Spanish so that when we were making love, I could say it to her and it'd be nice. And he
Mijo?
said polo.
It's polo.
Polo.
Are you sure it's not pola?
It was chicken.
That oh yeah, that
So he was
is chicken.
saying, he was calling her chicken. He was just saying
Chicken.
exclaiming chicken while, you know. It's funny to me.
So you're saying
I don't-
pollo, Christopher.
Pollo.
Oh, I'm saying polo.
But it's
Polo.
pollo.
Marco.
If you're speaking Spanish,
Marco.
it's pollo.
Marco Pollo.
Got him.
Yeah.
That,
Christopher's like, I've only read the word. I've never said it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you mean pollo? Come on, man.
Oh, I thought you were
Pollo.
talking about the Bible or something for a second. I've only read the word. I've never said it.
Did you see it? Did you hear how confident I was?
You
Yeah.
were. You were like
Say
polo, and I'm
polo.
like,
Polo.
I'm like Spanish chicken.
That's why.
Yeah, you were
something
saying
seemed off.
the other day that you can speak a surprising amount of Spanish.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like you can keep up.
Well, I mean,
She can fuck around.
I
No
can fuck
mamas?
around. That I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Oh.
But no,
Leche.
milk. Yes.
See, yeah. See.
Yeah.
There you go.
Milk,
See?
yes.
No, it's like I can say, y junto a mi madre hace mucho tiempo que visto labios de pescado, which means, you motherfucker, you have the lips of a fish. It's an insult.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I
That's
also,
crazy.
I
you
don't
can
know
say
if
it.
Christopher's going to have to cut this out, but I also played a Spanish teacher in a porno.
Oh.
Nice.
But
Did you
like,
say chupa mi better?
no. They,
Wait, so you taught a class on Spanish?
So, okay.
In the porno?
The plot of the porno is it's a really
give me the rundown. Give me the rundown.
It's a really hot day.
Method acting.
And there's only two. Yeah, I'm a method actor.
Caliente.
There's only
like that.
Christopher. It's called Muy Caliente. That's what the fucking scene is called. I'm not joking.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Muy Caliente.
But
It's
so
like more hot.
yeah, but so it's supposed to be like a really hot day, and the only two students are the guy I'm shooting the scene with, and then the director. That's also the owner of the company. And like, so she passes out and then is not in the scene anymore.
And you're teaching them Spanish.
Basically, and it's like the only line I still have the script. I still have it. I had Joanna Angel sign it.
That's awesome.
But the only line I remember is "Donde está mis estudiantes? Donde?"
Mesothelioma.
It's mesothelioma because it's
my
the first
goodness.
line. But they I remember they were trying to.
Mesothelioma?
Yes. But they were trying to shoot the intro, and they were gave me this yardstick, and they're like, you need to smack it on the desk.
Oh,
and,
you got a desk.
There were many desks actually.
She was the teacher.
I was
Joseph.
the teacher. And
She's teaching.
She's
teaching these young men Spanish.
I got really excited about smacking this yardstick, and they just all kind of looked at me because I guess I did too hard, and they were like, "That's enough, put it down." And I was like,
relax.
Okay.
Not here.
It's
Not on
supposed
these
to be
cheeks.
hot.
Can I
not
ask
when
a
I do
question
it.
about that? Because I'm so genuinely
It's
curious.
supposed to be too hot.
What, Katie?
When you had to, you spoke Spanish and everything like that, did you, legitimately, in the scene, did you have to be oh, sí, oh, sí, or were you yes,
Me gusta.
There was a mixture because at a certain
Did
point
you see?
did you see?
there was a certain point where
Come
it was
on.
before the pop shot, everything was Spanish and whatever, and then English, and it was it was really shitty because they give you the script the day of, so you get 20 minutes to learn a whole page of a script, which is not great for anybody.
Insane.
So the fucking part is normal. I might have said C. I don't remember. I don't go back and watch that shit because I'm not attracted to myself. But I remember when we had to do the pop shot, there was a line that I had to do, and I don't remember what it was. I could pull out the script, but I just remember being this is the most felt like the most cringe shit ever to try and pigeonhole fucking Spanish into this. I'm we're both very clearly Americans. It was
you
me
have
and
a
a
bit of a
black
tan.
guy. So well. That's true, but still, it's I don't talk with an accent or anything. But it was
yeah.
I
Why
don't
did it have
talk
to
with
be
an accent.
teaching us? Why did it have to be?
I wish it could have been
Spanish
anatomy. Honestly, if it'd been anatomy, I would have been really
why
fucking
couldn't
into
it just
it.
be
That would
It
have
would
been
have made more
great.
sense.
The
You could have talked
100%.
about scapulas and stuff and Fibonacci tendons.
We were
Ridiculous.
doing conjugations of nosotros and vosotros. That's what I remember because it was written on the blackboard behind me.
There you go.
That's so funny.
Needed something to look at.
Meanwhile, the director
That's
was I
amazing.
was just watching a bunch of Shakira music videos earlier that day, and I was with inspiration.
She wolf. Ooh.
Oh, maybe when you're talking
La
about
torta.
La torta.
La torta. Although tortas are really good, and I
was
used to
gonna
know
say,
a great
torta's
spot
food.
for them.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds
12 o'clock.
yummy.
That's when that truck pulls up, man, and you get that torta. You know what I'm saying?
I prefer van. What are they? The corn. They're wrapped in corn and then the corn leaf.
Oh,
What am I thinking
yeah.
of? I can't think of
Corn
the
on
name of
corn?
it.
Hold
It's
on.
the meat. It's filled with meat. It's got the mas-
Tamale?
tamale. Have you ever gotten a van tamale? An unmarked van
Yes.
tamale where it's still
Yeah.
kind of warm?
Yes.
It's $2. You're like, this fuck.
Oh.
It's still kind of
The
It's because
best
you've
I've
been
ever
sitting
had.
on them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Have you ever had
like a hen.
Yeah.
what? Like a hen.
He's been sitting on them
Like a hen. I said.
Oh,
Like a hen. I say.
like a hen. Like a hen, I say.
Uh-huh.
No, I will say some of the best Greek food that I've ever had came from a truck in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which one?
Yeah.
Is it it's not the chicken and rice truck.
Two brothers.
Oh, two
Yeah,
brothers.
You get
Hey.
some of that chicken and rice truck.
Two brothers. Chicken and rice. Over by Rockefeller.
Two brothers. They have a
Shaw's
life
so
bond,
good.
and they're making chicken and rice together, and I can taste that bond.
One's chicken, one's rice. You know,
Through
arroz
their
con
food.
pollo.
Yeah.
You can use that
And
in
I'm-
your next one.
I know you think I'm joking around. I'm not.
Amazing.
They make dolmas in this truck, though. That's all
Yeah.
I care about. That's all I fucking care about.
Dolmas.
Dolmas. fucks
What is
me up.
dolmas?
It's rice. It's really well seasoned rice, and it's wrapped in a grape leaf.
Yes.
It's
Mhm.
That's
Oh,
really
that
good.
shit's so good.
Yeah,
That
it
is
is.
good.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
I'm partial to what are those things called?
It's like dolmas.
No, it's like dolmas, but it's not. Oh no, I know what it's called. I
Oh,
forget.
but wrapped in a grape leaf?
It's not.
right?
It's a protein but not a protein. Oh, it starts with an F, I think. Oh, what's it called? Falafel.
That shit's delicious.
Falafel.
Oh, falafel.
falafel's
Oh,
delicious,
those are
too.
so good.
Falafel is good.
When's the last time you had a falafel?
I've never had
Last
one.
month.
A couple weeks ago.
It's been a while for me.
Yeah, you need a little Greek food in your life.
Yeah, I don't
Get
think,
you a little
I don't think I've
dagwood, a
had
little
that.
gyro.
I have not had a falafel in years.
We
I
gotta
say
change
gyro.
that. I used to say
Yeah.
gyro.
And I'm
I like to
scolded
say
constantly.
souvlaki.
It's
I
fucking
say
gyro.
gyro and I have no shame about it.
Does that mean the same
Gyro.
thing?
Gyro.
Does that? I heard it's the Persian way to say it. Is a gyro.
Mm-hmm. I heard that
Well,
too.
the Persians-
I don't know how true that is.
Just because
but-
you keep saying it doesn't mean you're right.
Gyro. You're right. You're right.
We all know what you mean. That's all that
Eldina.
matters.
Oh my god.
Aldina.
Aldina. I
Yeah,
love
Aldina.
Aldina.
We already
So
told
good.
that story.
Yeah, no, that one's
I
old.
wasn't even there, and it's iconic.
What a callback. Aldina. It's
I
just a fun
wanna-
word to say.
I want to know about the little jockey man.
So back in the day, when I was a single woman and on the
Mhm.
prowl,
Yes.
I when I'm single, I'm very much like the town bicycle. I'm like, fuck it, dude. We're gonna find some strange and we're gonna see what happens. Because like
your
I don't
life.
care.
Hunting for it.
I am 100%. Like I do have standards, but like sometimes, like you ever see like a really pitiful picture of a guy? Well, I guess it's just me and Katie in on this. I
Damn.
guess everybody, if you see like somebody they're kind of pitiful looking, they're not like necessarily like fucking ugly or anything, but you're just kind of like, oh, this person probably hasn't been on a date in a minute. Like I'll swipe right and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So I swiped right on this guy and we get to talking, whatever. Like I don't even remember what the fuck we talked about, but we decided like we're gonna meet up at the bar I always go to and play some pool. I get in there, there's no one there. Like nobody's fucking playing pool. There's like 4 people sitting at the bar, nobody's there. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. Okay. So I'm driving myself, so I order a Diet Coke, and I'm sitting there sipping on my Diet Coke. And I had been talking to another guy on Tinder, and I was like, my date's still not here. What are you guys doing? They're like, we're bowling. I'm like, I might come over there because my date's not
Sounds
here.
fun.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought I was getting stood up. It's like, keep
Stood up.
looking. I'm staring right at the pool tables, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Finally, I see this little man wearing the same hat he was wearing in his fucking Tinder picture, and I was like, oh. I wonder how long
Ooh.
he's been here for. Because, like, you have to rent the table. They give you the balls at the bar. He didn't come up to the bar or anything. So he'd been
Yeah.
in there, and he was just so little I couldn't see him.
He was
Like, it
looking for
wasn't-
his hat. It was on the
Yeah,
floor.
I guess.
That's awesome.
So
Wait, was he
I'm-
standing? Was he positioned like behind the table?
I don't know, like, how I couldn't see him. Because it was, like, a straight shot.
Could
so
he
I'm
reach the table?
like, barely. No,
Oh.
he could. He could.
Was he
He was
wearing
definitely-
wedges?
He wishes. He was wearing a whole jockey uniform. Come on. No.
He was really
Amazing.
wearing a jockey
no,
uniform?
he was dressed like a snowboard dude.
Because
so,
he
like-
would have had like the stick and
That-
shit.
That would have been cool. That would have made him way more interesting than he was. So I get over to him and I'm like, hey, I think I'm your date. Like the only reason I recognized him was his fucking hat. I'm like,
Really?
I'm
What kind of
like,
hat was it?
It's just a tan baseball hat with a logo on it.
Okay.
So he like immediately starts complaining about the Giants, the baseball team.
Okay.
And I'm just like,
Wait, hi,
okay.
how are you? So you hear about these giants?
100%, because it's like it's not necessarily a sports bar, but like they play all the games on the TVs,
Uh-huh.
and I start to realize this man is inebriated, and I'm like,
Oh.
okay, because like I haven't had anything to drink. And
Well,
I'm
he's
like,
little.
this is true.
So it's going to hit him hard, fast.
So he's like, do you want like a beer or something? And I'm like, yeah.
Is that actually true?
sure." What? Yeah, because they don't have as much blood in their body to like get that with the alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's mostly
Yeah.
alcohol for smaller people.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, I drink 1 beer. And he's just like, should we get out of here? And I'm like, sure. Like, we get up to the bar. He's paying his tab. And he starts fighting with these 2 people about the Giants again. And I'm just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Wait, what was he saying?
I don't even remember, dude. He just like started a fucking fight with these people and they're like all talking shit to each other. Mind you, there's like 5 people in the whole bar. It's like you could have talked to fucking nobody and it would have been fine. You picked a fight with 2 people that weren't talking to you?
Crazy.
About
I'm
the
just-
Giants.
Sports team?
Yeah.
About
So
the
I'm
Giants.
like, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. And I'm like planning my fucking exit. I go outside, I'm like lighting my cigarette and I'm like looking around and I'm like, okay, my car's over there. If I go over there and I get the hell out of here, I've got like 2 minutes to like leave. Because I didn't know how long he was gonna take to pay his fucking bill. I literally, like, I turn back towards the door to go walk towards my car, and he's not at my eye height.
Oh
So
my
I'm just
God.
kind of like, I turn and I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Where are you?
And he's like, hey, I couldn't find you. Because most people smoke out back, but it was like really slow, so I didn't care. And I'm like, yeah, I just smoking a cigarette. And he's like, so, can we go back to your place? And I'm like, we've made no connection. You've spent the last 40 minutes complaining about the Giants and fighting with people. And so he proceeds to give me a sob story. Remember, I told you, having fucking pity on people. Proceeds to tell me a sob story about how he lives with his mom, he's a single father, and he hasn't had sex since before she was born. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I'm like, am I gonna be the Mother Teresa of single women right now? Like, I guess
he looks up at you.
Don't burden yourself with that. He looks up at you.
Is it gonna happen?
So I'm just like, yeah, sure, man. You can follow me. And he's like, well, I got to go to the store first. I need to get condoms and a pint. And I'm like, you do not need any more fucking alcohol, first of all. I didn't say this to him. And I'm just like, I get in my car and I'm like, okay, I can just leave. Because he's taking forever to get into his fucking car. So I get in my car and I drive. I don't
he's
live
drunk too?
Yes, he's drunk.
God
dude.
damn,
oh, man.
dude.
Oh,
so
man.
I get in my car and my house is like probably like 4 blocks away. It's not very far. And I drive and it's like snowing and I'm like trying to figure out how I'm going to park my car. And I get in and I'm just like sitting there in my car because I don't have cell service. And I'm like, okay, this is my last chance to bail on this. Like I can just not answer him. It'll be fine. I can just say nothing. I can just pretend I don't have cell service. And then the pity kicks in again and I'm just like, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be good.
I need a drink.
Fine. So he finally shows up. It took him like half an hour to buy a box of condoms and a pint of fucking liquor from the grocery store.
And drive 4 blocks?
And drive 4 blocks, because the grocery store is also right in here. And I'm just like,
well,
hey.
he can hit red lights.
Yeah. And
no,
maybe he was
no
picking
lights. There's
like
no
specific.
fucking lights, Christopher. There's a stop sign. And
maybe he was picking special condoms.
Yeah, maybe.
The extra small ones they had to
It must be
unlock them
extra
for
small
because they're
stop
almost
sign. And
Extra
you're knocking him for
small, ribbed for your pleasure, just in case he needs a little help, you know.
So,
friction activated heating.
Yeah. The icy hot ones.
Icy hot.
I bought the lambskin ones. I hope that won't hurt you. It irritates
what about
me.
barbed? Lambskin barbed.
I should have had the barbed one inside of me. It
like a
been
cat.
great.
Oh my God.
So he pulls up, and I'm just like, I'm like, hey, and I like open his like passenger side door. The whole car just reeks of fucking alcohol, and he's just like so fucking depressed, and I'm just like, oh my God, okay, just get the fuck in my house. Let's just get in my house, because you're like, your vibes are real bad. Let's get in my house. I'm like, we have 2 dogs. Just shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. Be cool and get in my fucking bedroom, because like I live with my parents and another roommate. They don't care. They know I'm an adult.
Mm-hmm.
We get in my room and I'm like trying to like fast track this shit. I'm like, all right, we're going to get you off and get you the fuck out of here.
Speed run sex.
I'm trying to.
Jesus.
And he's
That's
like,
crazy.
well, I'm nervous. Can we like play a board game or something? And I'm just like, so I
What?
have the 2 to 4 player person version of Ticket to Ride under my bed. And I'm like, sure, let's play a board game. Pull out Ticket to Ride, get it all set up. We probably make 2 moves. He thinks he's so fucking cool. He flips the board game off my fucking bed, which if you don't know, Ticket to Ride has a lot of fucking pieces.
So many.
So now there's
I
just
played it
pieces.
recently. There's so many pieces.
So there's
What
just
He
the
flipped
hell?
it in passion, geisha.
He wanted to do that on purpose. He wanted that moment. He didn't actually want to play a board game. Yeah, he wanted you to set it up so he could do that, so he could be like, that's right. That's
I
right.
learned this in my Spanish
Ticket
class.
to ride this dick, more like, oh.
100%. So I'm just like, okay, cool. We're going to get this shit over with. And I'm like,
Katie, that was good.
Thank you.
Katie, that was golden.
Thank you. Henson looked at me and I was, you know.
People are looking
Henson
at you. That
holds
was
up
good.
one of those square cards and gives you a 10. He's like,
It says applause, like a 10. He gave me a
Jesus.
scorecard 10.
so this is a small man and I'm a large woman. And I'm okay. I'm just laying there. I'm like, you're going to get on top. This man proceeds to like grasp my collarbones and literally ride me like he's a fucking jockey for like 2 minutes.
That's why he's the jockey.
He's the little jockey because he was just
Jockey.
fucking. He was clutching me and he was going as fast as he fucking could. And I'm just like, I hope this man comes really fast. I want to get this the fuck over with. The worst part of it was he finishes. I'm like, yeah, this is so cool. It's nice to have friends. It's great. We can be friends with benefits. My mind, I'm like, I'm blocking this dude. And I'm like, or hopefully he never talks to me again. He's like, I'm not interested in anything. I don't want to like do anything special. I'm like, cool, sounds good. He texts me the next day and is like, do you want to go on an adventure? And I'm just in my brain, I'm like, fuck no. And he's like, yeah, we'll go on an all-day adventure. We're going to go to the hot springs. We'll go have a picnic. And I'm just like...
I was going to say, did you find out what the adventure was at least?
Yeah, no, I found out what the adventure was. And I said, no, thank you. I'm busy today and forever. But he continued to send me photos of his trip to Disney World with his daughter.
Oh, well, that's nice. Did he go on the Guardians ride?
I don't know. This was like 5 years ago. I've never talked to him again.
Did he go on Dumbo?
He wanted you to go into the teacups with him.
Geisha was the Tower of Terror.
I was the Tower of Terror.
God
100%.
damn. He grabbed my collarbones and began to straddle me.
It
Oh
hurt
my
so
God.
Like a cat.
fucking bad too. Like I don't even know how he grabbed the bones like that.
Have you ever
so
seen Bob's
sorry.
Burgers?
Yes.
That's a
The whole time you told the
segue.
story, I thought of that one character that's friends with Louise, like the little guy. What's the little guy's name?
I don't
The
know.
one that's
little
like,
jockey.
Luis.
what's Rudy.
It's like he's here with us.
I just pictured Rudy the whole time. Sorry.
Sounds about right.
If
Yeah.
you know
So,
Bob's Burgers, I
Chad,
watch
if you
a lot.
like-
I'm sorry.
Bob's Burgers, and you know Rudy.
I hope somebody
You know,
animates
Maybe you
that.
can picture that.
I really hope somebody animates that. They make me
You mentioned a
huge.
bar fight.
Oh my God.
Me and Katie were at a bar on Long Island, and this was like 19 million years ago.
Yeah.
What were we even doing? I think it was just the place to get cheap drinks,
Mm-hmm.
and they also didn't card because
the
we
brownie
had some
place.
friends
no!
that were 20.
Yeah.
We were
Mhm.
also around 22, so
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
a great
man.
combo.
Yeah, but we were playing pool. They had a pool table in the back, and I
One.
just remember me
Only
and Katie
one
were
table.
talking, and then your face goes like lights up at something behind me, and I look behind me, and you're like, "Oh, look, they're fighting. Oh, they're fighting for real. Oh," and then we kind of like get defensive, and these two old bald men are just like grappling with each other.
Shit out of each other.
Yeah, they're beating each other like fucking rock'em sock'em robots. It was like the what are those things called?
You just hear their naked hands
concussion?
hitting
Yeah,
their
it was just-
scalps. The-
Just,
No,
like,
literally though.
clapping. And then blood was all over the place. They
Really?
barged into the bathroom, like did a
They
number
fell
on the door.
over on each other
Into
and
the
they fell
dark
into the bathroom.
Would they
were
fight the link?
But because they were drunkenly fighting each other, but they were hitting each other hard, so they were so drunk that it was like, and you can't see me. It was like, like hitting each other, but hard.
Sorry,
so they
Katie,
fell.
You cut out there.
Did I? No, I didn't.
Yeah, what were they like?
What'd you say?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And they fell into the bathroom because they were so drunk that they fell over. And there
drunk.
was blood on the table, like Chris said. And yeah.
That's so gross.
And the bartender was like, "Hey!"
I was like, excuse me, they're fighting. They're
Yeah,
fighting
that's-
for real. I was
You
trying
said,
to get the
"Excuse
bartender.
me, they're fighting." And the bartender goes, "Hey!" You said, "Excuse me, they're fighting." You raised your
Excuse
hand.
me. They're fighting.
They're
I
brawling.
went, excuse me, they're
Excuse me.
fighting. And she was like, stop it.
Excuse me, they're
I've been
fighting?
trying to. Yeah, I've been trying to eat more rice.
Brown,
Put it
white,
over
jasmine, or
rice.
basmati?
Just white rice mixed
Oh.
with like chicken or something. I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to eat better and
Mhm.
substitute crap with rice because rice ain't that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, to
You
hear
go to your
first.
doctor, tell him Chris
Arroz
said so.
con pollo.
Rice ain't that bad. You can have rice.
You could have
Yeah, like palo, like rice and palo.
Arroz con pollo.
Polo.
So my roommate has an Instapot and it's huge, and I don't know how to cook rice in it, but you can cook rice in it. He's done it before. So I was looking up the settings, how to cook rice in this Instapot, and I clicked on a link that was like how to cook rice, and I started reading it, and it was like, recipes. It's like
Yeah.
when I was a kid, my dad used to make white rice for my whole family, and we used to smile and we used to eat the white rice. And
his funeral was last week, and we buried him.
The fucking word.
We buried him in white rice.
I swear to God, I
grains.
read the words when I was a kid. My dad used to cook us white rice all the time.
I love the jump to recipe button, so I don't have to look at any of that shit.
Is that a thing?
Yes,
There's a
it's at the top.
recipe button.
Is
It
that an
says-
extension?
It says jump to recipe. No, it's almost every recipe.
Why is there a
website
bunch
has
of
it.
shit?
Because they're bored, lonely housewives and nobody wants to talk to them.
Oh,
They just
for the
cook
thing
fail.
on the website?
Take that,
Yeah.
housewives.
Yeah,
almost
you have a
every
jump to recipe.
website. Yeah.
They have a way where they describe the whole thing, and then they have the list out of it all, and that's where I fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
I
I've been
always
watching
put everything
YouTube
together too
shorts
soon.
for recipes.
Oh my god, me too.
I've been
Those
waiting
are actually pretty good.
but I
Mhm.
did
Yeah, it's like 3
download
minutes tops.
I think a 30 recipe vegan cookbook recently.
Nice.
Yeah.
A whole book for 30 recipes, Joe?
Yeah,
You
bro,
got
I'm gonna
fucking
be
scammed.
I'm gonna be no, it was free.
Oh, you still
Yeah.
got scammed.
Dude, I'm gonna make curry for free. I've
What a
been
waste
making
of
curry
time.
all day, all night.
All
All
day,
day.
all
Take
night.
45
I've been
minutes.
making curry all night.
Making curry all day, all night. Red,
Joseph.
green, whichever colored lentil.
He's
Lentil,
real sweaty,
lenta.
just covered in curry powder.
Oh my god.
Hey, listen, that is a real thing.
Is that where you saw the Hat Man?
I don't talk about him. Only when
Have
I'm
you actually
paralyzed.
seen the Hat Man?
No.
The Hat Man? Are you talking about when you're in sleep paralysis?
The Hat
Yeah.
Man is either sleep paralysis or cough
Yeah.
syrup drinking.
Oh,
Have you seen him, Joey?
yeah. So you and I both know someone similar, but I knew him as the guy with the hat, and she called him the Leaf Man. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Leaf Man?
Because we would always talk about the things that we would see when we would like have sleep paralysis or lucid dreams and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah, it would
okay.
get deep, and he was definitely a figure. That
What
would occur.
happened?
With him, he
Mhm.
was just there with like a bunch of shadowy people. For me, I had like weird bodies. Like I remember I fell asleep at a hotel one time.
He was
with
just
my
standing
eyes
there being
open.
silly.
Who
looking cute?
him?
Yeah, the Leaf Man.
No, he was just like kind of like floating around in the room, and the other guys were coming. But
my God.
there's always like something coming at me. So like there was one time I had sleep paralysis where I was at a hotel. I fell asleep with my eyes open, like kind of on my side, and the
As you-
lights
as
were
you do.
all on.
The worst.
The lights were all on, and I still remember it. The only way I wake up is I have to hyperventilate whenever I get sleep paralysis.
Ooh.
And what started coming at me, it was like a portal of light opened, like dimensional. It was fucking crazy. And it opened up, and out came this pair of legs. It was a naked pair of legs walking towards me. Above the waist was a stomach, like normal, and then the top part
Okay.
was another pair of legs, like that.
So the
And it was
nurse from
waddling
Silent Hill?
What did you
No,
eat
it was-
before you went to sleep?
I think some pasta. And then,
That'll do it.
but there was another one that started coming through another portal, and it was like only arms. And I hyperventilated and woke the fuck
Sounds
up.
cool.
There was
Sounds
another time I
fucked.
had sleep paralysis. I was in my bed.
Like a ball of arms?
Yeah, that the second one that came was a ball
That
of arms.
sounds sick.
The other one
Oh
was
my
like
God.
a pair of legs with another pair of legs up on the top with a torso in the middle, like a belly in the middle.
Can you look up a mannequin from Silent Hill 2? Can you just look that up?
Yeah, I'll look it up. I don't think it's the same though.
I think it's based off of Francis Bacon paint. I think it's based off of Francis Bacon painting.
Francis Bacon bacon?
Take 2.
Don't eat that. That's my Francis Bacon bacon.
Let me see.
That's Joey's
Mannequin.
night paralysis
damn,
pasta.
Chris.
Yeah.
That's very close almost.
I
but not
literally said
exactly.
that. I literally said the nurses from Silent.
Nah.
No, that's not
No,
it. Chris
not
says
the
it.
nurse.
Yeah,
Not
man,
the
that's
nurse. Katie didn't say
Not
exactly
the
it.
nurse. It's a mannequin, but it's different.
Oh,
It was.
right.
It was.
Oh,
Oh,
fleshy.
you're right.
It was
you're
fleshy,
right. I'm
and
wrong.
it had feet. Had feet.
It had feet.
Good
had
feet.
So Katie's wrong.
I
so.
am wrong. I apologize, and I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
don't you go
I
call
meant
Chipotle?
the mannequins, but I said the nurse.
I had sleep paralysis exactly one time in my life. It was when I first moved out here. I had a micro studio, which is like
That thing was cool. I
no,
liked
it was
it.
not. It was like 100
It was
square foot. It was
Oh
nothing.
wait, that's
It
not
was-
the one that I
It was
visited
the size
you
of a
in, right?
fucking
no, that
cubicle.
was different.
Okay, so for reference, it
Oh,
was
different one.
it was a bedroom and a bathroom, and they were roughly the same size. That's how much it was.
Yeah, yeah.
I could touch both walls by extending my arms.
To be
that's how
fair,
small
you're
it was.
Big guy.
So I slept on my back, which I will not do anymore. And I saw this, like, I woke up and I was still dreaming. It was daytime. So the sunlight was coming through, and there was like this Sadako-looking girl there standing by the door. And I think I screamed because I was like, "Who are you?" in the dream. But I couldn't move. So I just went, "Who are you?"
Oh my
And I
god.
think I screamed.
Oh,
that.
that's a real thing, dude.
That's
in real
crazy.
life. But then I kind of like, I don't know, snapped back. It was a very weird feeling. I've never felt like that before. I've never had sleep paralysis like that.
I don't-
Snap back.
I don't know
It's
if I had
intense.
sleep paralysis. I don't know because I don't know if I was dreaming, but I don't think I was. And long story short, I had done like a 2-hour drive from New York to Texas. And by the time we got there at 6 o'clock in the morning, we finally got back to the house. I had laid down and we were, driving 8-9 hours and then falling asleep in the car. So it was not very comfortable. It was not good sleep. Trucks were zooming past us on a dark highway. It was just, rattling the car. It was not great sleep. So by the time we finally got into a bed, I remember I was leaning away from the wall and I started hearing fire crackling, and it sounded like there was a hole or something in the wall that somebody was trying to speak to me out of. And I heard voices. It was like multiple voices. Like, I don't know what they were saying, but like, hello, hi, hello, like, oh, we're gonna get it. I have no idea what they were saying, but it was just multiple, like, kind of like lower tone voices and higher pitched voices and the sound of fire crackling, like distinctive fire crackling. I didn't smell it, but I was so scared that I'm pretty sure I was awake. I would absolutely bet my life that I was awake and not dreaming. And I knew in my brain, if I turn over, I'm dead. If I turn over, I'm gonna die. And so I didn't turn over. And then I remember morning happened.
I wonder,
and
could you move?
I think so. I think I could. This was years ago. This was back in like 2016.
So not paralysis.
So it wasn't.
Is that when you were smoking rocks?
No, I was not smoking rocks.
That was before?
I never
That was a
smoked
bad
rocks
time.
ever.
Katie smoked rocks.
I never
Fucked
smoked
up.
rocks.
Katie,
That was a dark period.
Yes, and.
No,
You wouldn't even
I'm
wear
not
pink.
No, that wasn't
disending.
when I was smoking rocks. I'll tell you when I was smoking rocks.
She used to smoke rocks.
No, because that's
on
not
the
true,
bus
and I don't
stop.
want that to be a thing.
I used to take a certain kind of medication that every fucking night when I would close my eyes to go to sleep, I would see the most aggressive, like, I can only describe it as like fucked up German dungeon porn. Shit I've never seen before.
Ooh.
Shit I've never been exposed to. I would see it every fucking night. And
That's
I like told my
crazy.
German
dog.
dungeon porn?
Yes, dude, it was like the most fucked up shit. Like,
Do you remember what you saw?
It's German, right?
like men in like leather shorts, like tied up to a St.
Yeah.
Andrew's cross, like
Okay.
getting fucking filleted and shit.
You're
Yeah.
complaining
Did they
about this?
speak?
Was there poop anywhere?
I think it was like screaming. There was screaming.
Oh.
It just was like one of those things where I would close my eyes and I'd be like, yay, sleep time. And then it would just be like screaming and men tied up getting fucking filleted. And it was just like, I finally had to
Oh
go
my
to my
God.
doctor and I was like, having really bad nightmares because of my medicine. And she goes, yeah, that's really common. I'm like,
Oh.
cool. Why are we
One of
still
them-
giving people this?
One of them looked at you and went, "You want to know what I like the most?
Oh my god.
Cake farts.
Cake farts.
Cake
Farts.
bars.
Cake farts.
Let's get this done." And starts filleting his own, filleting his own wrist.
Pain
Um,
Olympics.
Oh
It
my
wasn't.
The Pain Olympics. Have you guys ever seen any of those videos from the Pain
Yeah.
Olympics?
When
No.
they
Which
had
ones
the-
have you seen? Actually, I don't know if I've seen the Pain Olympics
What is
because I
that?
haven't seen the jar one.
And the Snapple bottle too.
Oh.
And the
I
screwdriver.
haven't seen the jar,
I've seen
I
that
don't-
one.
but I've seen Two Girls, One Cup.
I have
That's-
not seen
yeah.
that one.
What about Kids in a Sandbox?
What about
No,
Tub
I
Girl?
haven't seen that one.
I saw that
Tub
one.
Girl, I have seen.
That one I
like.
watched a
I like
lot
to
for some
imagine.
reason.
I like to imagine that Tub
It hurt.
Girl slipped and fell down and
We've
just
talked-
ended up that way.
We've talked about this before. Like,
Who?
that could happen to her a lot, so she had to set a camera up to like prove it to people, and then just like,
Just
oops,
like,
there's a washcloth on my face and shit everywhere.
whoa!
Oh my
Goatsee's a
God.
classic. Everybody's seen that.
Goat. Wait, what?
Goatsy.
Goatsee.
What's that? I know Boxy.
I don't think I see
Are we
that.
gonna?
You guys
Are
don't
we
know
gonna
what
get a live reaction to
Goatsee
Goatsee
is?
right
no,
now?
I don't know. Do I want to watch this?
Play it on your computer. You could stream it on. You could just stream it.
Hang on.
I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, I
typing
don't want
it
to pull
in.
anything up either.
I've seen this many times.
But
many
I'll watch
Hang
it.
on a
variations.
second.
I got.
He
caught.
made a lot. He made a lot of stuff. He didn't just make one. He made many.
Oh god.
Hang on.
Take it easy.
I'll
Okay,
wait.
so I've just sent it as a spoiler in Discord to Katie and Joey, who have never seen Goatsee
Okay.
before.
Can we click
All right.
it?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. You've seen that before.
Oh my god!
Take a good
God.
look.
You know
Your
what?
eyes, take a good look.
Oh
You know-
man, that's a
Okay.
hairy dude.
Yeah,
Holy
but-
shit, he is
but-
pulling.
That just
He's
reminds
married.
me.
He's married.
He's
Yeah, you see that
married.
wedding ring?
That's a married
Damn.
man.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. It's
He used
so
to do this in
red.
private, I bet.
It
but
looks like it spits peaches out.
It's.
he could. It looks like you
A
could
lot
fit
more
a
than
peach up
that.
there.
A lot more.
Oh
than
my
that.
Geisha, you said he's done
God.
other stuff.
God.
Yeah, like I swear, like I used to. I had a friend
God
that I worked
damn.
with, and I feel like I should preface this by saying he was gay. So I'm assuming he came across this by looking at gay porn, and he
Mhm.
would send us gifs and things of him pushing like soda cans and stuff out of his butt,
Mhm.
Oh,
like a little vending machine.
that's so cute.
So
it was like a
cute.
whole thing. It was a whole thing.
He's a
in the-
cutie, and I saw his patootie.
Yeah. Oh,
God
it's on more
damn.
than
His
it.
petunia. That
His
reminds
hammies
me
were so bare.
of when Chris would
Yeah.
send me a picture of Timmy Turner's dad's asshole, and then he would delete it, and he'd basically be
Beep
like, "Ha,
toot.
tell people I sent this to you now." But he would delete it so quick that I didn't have time to screenshot it, so he just gaslit me the whole time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't believe I saw that. That was crazy. That's an old photo. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
It's a
old.
very old photo. Yeah.
Talk about the
It's been
quality.
referenced. It was
Yeah.
so hard to find the original because it's been referenced so many times.
Yeah.
I think that we should guess his profession. I think that he was
Does
a
Lemon
construction
Party
worker.
still work? Lemon
Yeah,
Party.
I remember. Or what about Penn
.com.
Island?
What about
Remember
Meat
Penn
Spin?
Island?
Oh, Lemon
That's
Party
still
gives you
like
a warning
competition now, though.
now, and it doesn't even bring you to the real picture.
It gives you a
Just
warning.
porn.
What does it say?
Yeah. Does Meat Spin work?
What about Lemon Party or Penn Island?
Meatspin.org, I think.
Can
I've
I
never
s-
been to Penn Island.
Can I say
Not
real quick
secure.
that somebody has the URL for nuts.com?
Nuts.com.
Yeah, that's because
Oh,
there is a
Meatspin still
nuts.com.
works.
They actually sell nuts.
They actually sell
Meatspin
nuts.
still works.
And I'm like, how much did they pay someone for that? Because there's no way that they first were the first people to ever have nuts.com. There's no way they absolutely paid for that URL.
Well, it depends on if they have a squirrel in like their advertisements. Squirrels have claimed the nuts before all.
Well, I'm just saying, if you go to www.nuts.com, you think the nut company that sells real nuts, like walnuts, was going to be the first
Yeah.
thing to come up? No way.
Uh-huh. What came up?
I didn't hear about this.
Was it two
Nuts.com.
T's or one T?
There was one
Like,
T.
is it nuts?
No.
Oh, so it's not like
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll test the waters right
Yeah,
now.
test it.
Nuts.com.
Okay.
Look,
Nuts.com.
Yeah, it's going to show you
Who
like
ain't seen a pair
walnuts
of
and
nuts?
shit.
This is
Yeah,
what
there
we're
we go.
doing.
Who
This
ain't
is
seen
what
a pair
we're
of nuts?
I just saw one now. Thanks a
Meatspin
lot.
still works.
doing. Meat spin still works.
And if you sit through 50 spins, a sign comes up that says "You are officially gay" with a with a smiley face.
It should be
I'm not
like
kidding.
one of those wheels.
I'm not
That's
kidding.
funny.
Wait, how many times did you spin it already?
I just closed it, but I was at 117.
Oh,
Christopher keeps that tab on him
Oh.
open at all times.
Yeah, I just like to give them the view,
yeah, that's true. That's good.
make the ad space worth it.
Mhm, mhm.
Lemon Party doesn't work anymore. I don't think.
What about
It's
Penn
so it's
Island?
I looked it up on Reddit. It's lemonparty.org and the first pictures are just toilets with piss
Oh, it does.
in them.
It does come
With
up.
what
It's
in
just
them?
toilet. Piss.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Oh.
a man's leg with piss in the toilet, and I was like, I'm not going any further than this because
Okay.
it goes to
A
like
different thing came up for me.
Do you
What?
it
remember
wasn't
Blue Waffle?
poo.com or something.
No, it was so Lemon Party did just come up,
Uh-huh.
but for a second. Because then it sent me to, it was like a chat room that said 7 online now, and I panic X'd out. I just did this. But it did show the original, the
What
original
about
image.
Blue Waffle?
Oh,
Those aren't
yeah.
That was a
real.
Google search, right?
Oh, gee.
They're
Hey,
not real. They're not
Blue
real.
Waffle.
They could be real
They're
in time.
not.
We could make them real.
We shouldn't.
We can make
As a
them real.
vagina haver, I say we shouldn't.
No, I agree.
I think you could just
Have you
inject,
ever seen teeth?
I think you could just
Yeah,
inject
Vagina
really?
dentata?
Huh?
vagina with a bunch of
Vagina
diseases.
dentata?
Yeah. Dentata for real. Yes.
Blue
Yeah.
Waffle does not come up. It
They scrubbed
doesn't
it.
come up.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
they scrubbed it.
R64.
What about Bing with safe search off?
What about
Ooh.
Alta
try it.
Vista from 1998?
What about Ask Jeeves?
It's just
Now you're
ask now,
getting-
Chris.
What, dude, if you go to AskJeeves.com and you search Blue Waffle, he comes back with a he's blushing and he has a gasp face on. He's gasping.
He goes, oh no.
He
Yeah,
has
Blue
little
Waffle
red
don't come up.
cheeks.
No more. This was in its era.
It's era.
Yeah, like this was you had to see this back in the day because it doesn't come up anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, you just got to see it for free. You typed it in, it was there.
For anybody who does not know, when you typed in Blue Waffle on Google Images, safe search wasn't a thing back then.
No.
But yeah, a very infected vagina would come up. You used to type it. You used to be able to type up in bike ride on Google Images, and a bunch of naked people riding bikes would come up.
Oh my god!
Let's try it.
Oh, did
Bike
they have
rides.
special
Really?
seats that kept them in place?
Locked in
For
No.
your pleasure?
For
Nothing,
someone's
nothing
pleasure,
happens
sure.
now. Nothing happens now. Just a bunch of people riding bikes.
Damn, I hate that.
See,
We
this
used to
was
be in the
all-
good times.
These were
Yeah.
all. Yeah, I actually got fully fucked over by Lemon Party, where I think it was my friend Andrew. Katie knows him. Where he went, oh man, I found a new website to play Flash games on, and I said, let me have it, brother. And he went, yeah, lemonparty.org. And so
Yeah.
I went, and
That's suspicious.
I went, how could you? How could you send this to me?
It's amazing.
How
I
could
thought
you?
we were friends, and you send me this. That's what we used to do back in the day.
Yeah?
Yep. Well, YTNMD used to be a thing. Is it still a thing?
YTMND.
I don't know if it's a thing
Young,
anymore.
You're the man now, dog.
I think it.
Yeah, oh, it's still
Oh,
a
okay.
thing. Okay.
Fitness moms.
It's not what it used to be. This looks very different. What did it run in? Flash?
JavaScript.
Was it Java?
Maybe.
But it's still okay. It's still a site though. So haha.
Got him.
Keisha, what does your shirt say?
Spice, as in Spice Girls.
Spice Girls shirt.
Love them.
Oh, I've got a story about the Spice Girls. It's nothing crazy, but I'll tell it anyway because I can. I was working for Clutter. I was in a moving truck. It was green like your background. And we show up. It's this house in the hills. This man is really sweaty. And his garage is filled to the brim with a lot of ladies' clothings and pictures and portraits and all that shit. Basically, I spent the day at the Spice Girls manager's house, and I think one of the Spice Girls had passed or something recently. And we were just moving all of the stuff.
They're all
Wait, I
alive.
they're all alive?
They're all
I don't
very
know.
alive.
Fake fan.
Something occurred that prompted this, and we had to move all of his stuff to a
You
storage
just sent
locker.
a shudder down everyone's spine.
I think
Yeah,
he
I know.
lied to
Listening to
you.
this. Shame on you.
Well, I don't remember if
What
someone
year
died.
was
Something
this?
occurred. This was
Yeah, what year did the
maybe
Spice Girls die?
2020. This was 2020.
They're eternal, baby. Come on.
2020? And like
Something
they didn't-
happened in 2020.
Something happened that year. Who knows?
Something happened
know.
that prompted him to want to move all of the stuff. And we basically just moved all
So
of
there
their,
I
all of
was
their
at the
items.
Spice
It was
Girls
all
mansion.
memorabilia. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy.
Did he
That's it.
want them thrown away, or was he just moving them to like a different facility?
Did he tell you
wasn't-
any-
He wasn't
anything
allowed to
cool?
throw them away. He had to move them all to a storage facility.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was the story?
That's it. I told you it wasn't any. You told me to write it down.
Write it down.
I
You told me to
think
write
it's
it down.
neat.
Well, I think it was a great
Spin
story,
this
Joey.
medallion.
I've got
Except
better
for the
ones.
lies.
I've
Yeah,
got better
except
ones.
for the lie that you did tell about
I
the
couldn't
Spice
remember
Girls being
why
dead.
he was moving the stuff. I wasn't sure if anyone died. I think I got him mixed up with the who had 3 eyes. She died. That's who I was thinking of. Who died
David Lynch passed away this year.
from
No.
that band?
You know what? My
TLC.
dad, when David Lynch passed
Oh,
away, my
that
dad
guy.
texted me.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad texted you?
My dad texted me when David Lynch passed away because he knew how much I
Aw.
liked him. Let me
Oh,
see
okay.
here. Like just out of the blue. Where's my dad?
Chris, I'm sorry your wacky director father guy passed away.
No, come on.
This is
I was hoping it
serious.
was
This
gonna
is
be
real.
funny. Like, hey, Christopher, I heard some weird guy died.
Thinking
He
of
said,
you.
he said, it's so cute of my dad. He said, sorry to hear about David Lynch. And then in quotes, he went, that's a damn fine cup of coffee. And I was like,
Aww.
He really
he's so
knows.
sweet.
He knows. He knows.
I got a text from my fucking mom the other day, and this was totally non-ironic. This was in full sincerity. Let me read this to you.
They're dressing
Can't
the
wait.
dogs up like people.
She said, hi, honey, it's your mother. I was watching something on TV. Has anybody you know ever seen a Sasquatch? Serious question. And then she sent me her Bitmoji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to shut this down. I wanted
What an
I
opportunity
wanna
you were
follow this
given.
thread.
yeah.
Pretty
And
sure
I
Mike's
said-
seen one.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I should ask some of my friends, though, that have lived here a while. Why? What were you watching? She said, Expedition Bigfoot on the Discovery Channel. They
would
say
do
that
it.
that state of Washington is the best place for them to live because you have a lot of woods and water and wildlife. I said, sounds very interesting. Yeah, we have a lot of Bigfoot stuff here. I know that famous picture of him was taken here. And she said, yeah, this Discovery team is up there in the woods. They have a lot of film crew with them and cameras. And they actually have footage of one walking. Pretty cool. I'm going to let her have that.
Christopher, is your mother
Skinwalker
unwell?
Ranch.
No further comment.
Okay.
That's a UFO, brother. You just seen a UFO.
She was telling me this story that she was having a problem with a coworker, and she was telling me legit like that they've been unkind to her and that they were kind of a BI double hockey sticks. And she went, "Yeah, don't worry, I did a free spell on him." And I went, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." what is a freeze spell? And she went, oh, well, that's one of my Wiccan things where you write down their name on a piece of paper and you put that paper into a Ziploc bag, fill the Ziploc bag with a little water so that it's like lays flat, but it's still got some like buoyancy to it. You put that in the freezer and that will stop their negative vibes from, it'll clear their like chakras and shit, you know? I went, oh, okay. And I said, I have a coworker that I'm not getting along with either. She went, maybe you should try a freeze spell on him.
Did you do it?
No, I should have.
You should do it right now.
Then I said,
you should do it right now.
I said, Mom, you follow this like Wiccan stuff pretty closely, right? I sure do, honey. And I said, I had this experience the other night. Oh, what happened? I said, I woke up in the middle of the night. Everybody else was sleeping. And this ball of light was across the room. And it flew slowly towards me. And it went in my mouth and I swallowed it.
Your mom said,
Oh, shit.
I said, what does that mean?
That's crazy.
Is it dangerous? And she said, let me ask Donna.
Who's Donna?
No idea who Donna is.
Okay.
You gotta be careful.
I say, okay, yeah, you let me know what Donna says. She texts me a couple days
Okay.
days later and says, Donna said the ball was fine. Maybe it was just gas, LOL.
Thanks, Donna.
She's gonna end up in like a documentary about like some cult woman that's going on. Like, to be fair, sometimes when I meditate, I enter a grove, but it's a mental like establishment that I've cultivated. But it's a druid thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
what's going down in the grove, man?
Yeah.
So I can describe it if you want it.
Good stuff.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the grove is
please,
cool. Yeah. It's a safe place.
What's going on in the grove?
I only get to go to the grove every now and then, but when I do go, it always starts where I'm in like, it's almost like canvas, where everything's just blank. And as I kind of walk my way through, it's almost like in an old Winnie the Pooh. You're getting in there and you have these really thin, like very tall trees, super skinny trees, and they're all really close together. And I always end up picking up a piece of like a stick or something and like dragging it along the side so it clacks. And then I get to this little bridge. And over at the bridge, there's like a little stream, and it turns into this big, round, giant area where there's
Does this actually happen when you're meditating? You see all this so like clearly? You're able to interact and stuff?
Not every time. Only when I like enter the grove. It's only a special thing. What? No, not for this.
Do you smoke?
But it feels like it. No, I do it completely sober.
Okay.
I
it's
do
legit interesting.
I do like a light body meditation beforehand. But anyway, and I'll do it when I'm there sometimes. But I'll get in there, and once you cross over it's like this little tiny bridge you would see in like a Japanese garden or something. You cross over that, and it's this big round area. Once you're in there, there's a giant oak tree in the center, and it looks like it's burnt, but it's really just like a dark, like blue or purple, and it has a face, and he's usually like asleep, and only rarely he'll talk. And next to him, well, sometimes he's not always there. There's like an old druidy, like wizard looking dude, and he just talks sometimes. He'll like inquire. And the sky is like half night and half day with like stars, and then you have like a full moon and the sun is going. And it's a straight split. And right in the center where it's like split, there's a giant boulder, not a rock, boulder. And I'll sit on it and I'll do like my meditation within the meditation right there. And it's pretty crazy. I remember one time I had like a dream within that where I was like, I was going to say,
what do you see in the meditation inside of meditation?
It just goes deeper because I'll do it during dreams and stuff too. But I did one for one of the equinoxes one time, and I was like a bird, man, dude thing walking along a beach, and I entered a cave. And I had this like crystal bowl, and I drank this like liquid fire, and it made me just like do this whole thing. It was pretty crazy. There's a lot of stuff that goes on with that.
Are you drinking liquid fire in there?
Yeah.
Get up!
No, they have a.
My mom is right downstairs, and if she smells this liquid fire from our crystal bowls, she's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, no, it like cleansed you from being like this bird person, or I think I turned into like a hat, like
you didn't want to be the bird person anymore.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It was a whole thing.
Whenever I hear people doing like DMT and stuff, their experience seem very lucid.
DMT is different. DMT is extremely different.
I'd be too scared.
Do you want me
to
tell you what it is real quick, or the experience I had, or I don't have to?
Yeah.
I can. So I took it a couple years ago.
DMT experiences?
I have one DMT experience, and it was my first psychedelic experience. Working my way backward, but basically, I knew I had to take 4 hits to blast off. The first hit wasn't bad. I just got really lightheaded. The second hit made it so that we had a rolling lighter. Whenever it lit, it would go brrrr, like those magnets that would clack together when you threw them in the air as a kid, the magnetized like rocks or whatever, and it would like zip up your spine.
Ooh.
Then on the third hit, everyone's skin turned like gray and had gold writing of some language or something like shining out of their skin.
Yeah.
And then on the fourth hit, I'm like, so when's this gonna, and then I fall back. I'm like, when's this gonna work? And I fall back and everything's just black.
This DMT ain't shit.
So for a moment, like I'm sitting there and I'm like, and I can feel like it's almost like a thread. Like I can feel my body and I'm like, I don't know if I can move it. I think I can, but I'm not going to try. So, and I'm like, oh man, I think I really fucked up. I can't remember my name. I can't remember anything. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm dead. And then I was like, well, there's not really much I can do about it now. I guess I'll just have to see what happens now. So I just let go.
Fuck it, guess I'll die.
Well, yeah, there's nothing I can
Like,
do.
for
I'm
real?
dead.
Jesus.
So you let go.
my
You're like, fuck, I just
God.
died. So I really thought I died.
Oh
And
my
I
god.
entered into like I entered into the kaleidoscope tunnel that you hear about, and it straight up looked like that. It was mostly blues and greens and stuff, and it had like that in your head sound that's all fucking weird, and it's spinning. There is like a big bright light at the end, but it's like slow moving. And I remember reading that like that's where people get stuck, and I would flash between that and like seeing myself. It's like I'm standing first person looking at myself on the bed, and then there's a weird version of myself
my God.
peering over me, and he has this weird face where it's like just a black like tubing kind of project my face in 2 spots, and he's basically like making fun of me about all like
That's
these things that
terrifying.
you're
What the
insecure
fuck?
about. Like I remember I was afraid I didn't want to pee myself because I was like, oh man, like I don't feel my body. What if I have to pee? I remember that was a thing. So I'm working through all that stuff for a long time. And then I say something where I finally work through it. And he was disappointed looking. And he makes this like mad face and disappears. And then I'm in the tunnel and the light just shines. And then all of a sudden I'm in this orange city. It's like an orange city and it's like panning to the side. The sun is shining. Everything is gold and orange. There's gold water like flowing just in the city. And there's cool jazz playing. I shit you not. There's cool jazz playing and a man's voice. And he's like, yeah, man, that's what's up. You're a cool guy, man. You doing all right. You all
that's
right.
nice.
And then it
That's
was like
not
a
scary.
Star Wars transition for a scene where it just folded back into reality, and I popped up, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Back into real life?
Yeah, no
Whoa.
afterglow, completely sober. 20 minutes is what that was.
Afterglow?
It was only 20 minutes. You would say you were like high
Yeah,
for?
I was tripping for 20 minutes. There's no afterglow, and you know, like if you take shrooms, there's like an afterglow period where you're kind of feeling it.
Did it
Yeah,
feel?
where you're coming down.
Did it feel?
Yeah, I was just like straight up like normal.
So
It was
Damn.
weird.
it was an actual 20 minutes. Did it feel longer? Like, did it feel like 4 days, 4 hours? Felt like an hour?
It
4
didn't
seconds,
feel like
4
a
minutes?
specific amount of time, but it definitely felt more. It felt like more than 20 minutes.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking about doing it again sometime soon. It's been like 2 or 3 years.
I think
It's
it's
taken
Very
me a
interesting
minute.
how vividly you remember it.
yeah.
Well, I remember a lot of like dreams, and I remember all of my trips like pretty well.
So
Like,
you
yeah.
said you mentioned that kaleidoscope, like visual. Is that something that other people have also said taking that drug have said that they've had a kaleidoscope feeling?
Yeah,
Or
it's
sensation
like
or
a
visual?
common thing. I think I was
Interesting.
surprised when it actually happened. I was like, oh, okay, it's different, but it's the same idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think when you say that with more information, like you just told me that other people have that too, I really think it's interesting that the human brain, somewhere in the human brain, don't know where, couldn't tell you, people have a similar experience saying that they see this or saw it or felt it, and there's just something that just comes out of your neurons or
Oh, like everybody sees the same.
Like the
Yeah,
everybody
subconscious
like-
reports
or
that they
something?
see the same thing.
yeah, you guys
Yeah,
have
that is
Oh,
interesting.
like
Yeah.
symbols and stuff.
well, not not symbols. I'm sorry. Like there's something that I'm trying to explain. Like
what do lizards
like
see?
you know how like dopamine releases, like whatever chemical is releasing to cause you to see that kaleidoscope kind of thing. That other people also there's something in somewhere in the brain that is the same that releases from the human brain in general that you guys see and feel the same thing at certain parts. Shut the fuck up.
Well, apparently you like produce that chemical when you have like a near-death experience.
So you got
your body produces it when you die, they say.
Yeah.
That's why everybody kind of sees the same thing. They see the light at the end of the tunnel and stuff like that. Like a lot of people like talk about seeing their own body, stuff like that. DMT is really interesting.
I feel like you saw the Grim Reaper and you died, Joey.
Well, I think it was more like the ego or the shadow, like some other aspect of myself probably.
Wow.
And then you come out of it, it's weird. It takes a minute to digest it. And then after that, like doing shrooms is like
it's nothing.
No problem. No problem. You're like, all right, I can make sense of this.
The funniest thing to me is you were like, I don't want to pee myself. Every time I do fucking mushrooms, I'm like, I pissed myself. I didn't, but I think I did.
What do you think you did?
Yeah.
I always think I pissed the bed. It just feels something about the way psychedelics hit it, the coolness of the sheets makes it feel like you pissed the bed.
Yeah. Your body is like so relaxed. And then is water like amazing when you take shrooms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so good. Everything feels like it's like metal coils whenever I take shrooms. If I lay down and I'm listening to music, I feel like I'm just like a bunch of metal, just like a slinky.
My favorite thing on psychedelics is trees, pine trees.
Yeah.
Like it's really weird how much more detailed, like finely detailed everything gets when it really hits. Like pine trees. I remember just being fascinated by fucking pine trees.
Find a pine.
Do you have pine trees around?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the most common kind of tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess because they're so textured, you know?
Yeah.
Tripping outside is awesome.
I think I told this story on here once, but I was trip sitting for two of my friends.
Where'd they go?
My friend was sitting on the couch and was just like playing on her phone and just like scrolling Instagram. And then I looked up and my friend John was like looking at me weird, and I was like, "What's going on, bud?" And he goes, "Why are you so far away?" It's so funny. Why are you so far away?
That's funny.
He was mad at me for being far away.
I just
you can tell when people aren't on them. Every
time I would do it, I can't read. Like, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm fucking illiterate when I'm on psychedelics. Like, I'll be on my phone or my computer or something, and I'm like, I'll be trying to like call somebody on Discord, and I'm like, I can't read. It's just a bunch of dots. Like, and I can't explain it.
That's crazy.
It's so bizarre. The first time I ever did them, I was like, I had a whole plan. I was like, we're going to do a bunch of shit. And one of the things we were going to do was play Mousetrap, but we didn't set it up first.
That sounds like that would be crazy.
Yeah, no, we tried to set up Mousetrap for like 2 hours, and we were like, it's missing fucking pieces. We don't know what the fuck's going on. I was so mad. I just wanted to play fucking Mousetrap while I was on psychedelics.
I wanted to play Mousetrap.
Plays Mousetrap. It's always just fun setting it up and putting the ball through.
I got up the next day because I was so mad. I put the fucking thing together in 2 minutes. We had all the parts.
That's amazing. Well, did you take the board and did you just throw it off of, whatever it was on for fun?
Yeah, did you
to be
flip
like
it
cool?
off the bed?
I kept trying to flip it into the air.
You were
and hope that
jockeying it. Got it.
Does Mousetrap still look the fucking same as it did when we were kids?
Yes.
Yeah,
I own it. We can play it.
Okay.
There's probably some mushroom in there still somewhere.
Let's all take mushrooms and play Mousetrap.
Try to put it together again.
Oh my god! The other day, I was in the shower, right, with my contacts in.
Yeah, you
and I itched my eye, and I felt my contact drift behind my eyeball.
Oh fuck!
And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna panic. And I was like, what's the best way to get this out? So I tried a little bit, and I got out of the shower, and I went to the mirror, and I was like trying to find it, trying to look, and I was like, okay, what have other people done in this situation? So I looked up on my phone, and it literally fucking said, we've all been there. Okay. Wanting to scratch our eyes with contacts in. Okay. I used to scratch my eyes with my contacts in all the time. And I was like, can you get to the, like, this is like an emergency situation.
I have
here.
limited vision, please.
No help. No help.
It's like
So
a
I put the
recipe
phone down,
website.
and I looked
Yeah,
all
literally.
the way to the left and just sketched it out with my finger. It was
Chris.
it rocked, dude. I'd recommend it.
It rocked.
I would probably
ruled.
lose my shit and have to go to the hospital.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it started out, we've all been there.
No, we
Okay.
haven't. That's never happened to me with my contact
You ever
lens.
want to scratch your eyes with the contact lenses? Yeah. My father used to make white rice when I was a kid.
Oh my god. It was not the same Eyes Wide Shut party as the one that I was talking about earlier. But it's the one that we went to for Halloween where I got really drunk. I think I cried.
Oh my God, I remember that.
And do you remember my contact? Like,
You were
was like
drunk.
too old.
You
And I
were
couldn't-
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right?
Yeah.
And that was like okay, so there's this masquerade event planning thing in New York called Dances of Vice.
Rough night.
And the first one we went to was the Valentine's Day one, where you were required to wear a Venetian mask or something to hide your identity.
Yeah.
It was really, you wouldn't be allowed in if you could see your full face, which is really
That's
cool.
the one I got lost at.
Yeah, so we all got like Venetian masks and wait, didn't something happen?
That's
The
the
elevator?
one that's the one where I took an elevator and I guess I was in the elevator with I guess people who had access to those rooms. I stayed on for like an extra floor or two because they're like, "You going up?" I'm like, "Yeah," and I
Why not?
What's the worst that could
We're
happen
here
to
together.
us? Shut party.
I'm wearing a mask. I'm not with anyone I know at this time. Everyone's
don't know who I am.
downstairs. You know, people are being eaten off of as tables, and
Yeah, do you want to describe this place a little bit?
it was weird. It was like kind of
so
ritzy.
fancy.
I remember Vincent was wearing a white stag outfit. There was a woman covered in like food or candles or something.
Yeah, there was a couple wearing just melted candles covering their body, and their mask was kind of like melted candles, but they were lit too. They were
Oh,
walking around
wow.
with lit
Yeah, they were
candles.
lit.
It was really cool.
Well, I get up to whatever this floor is. It's above the party going on, and it's just a black hallway and with a red light kind of just in the distance. So I step out. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, and the elevator just went down. I'm like, I guess I'm not going back down. I'm gonna find my way. So I go and I walk like past and through. I'm in this red hallway. There's this red room. There's just silk and red everywhere. And there are people who are blindfolded and they're in there just laying down, getting fed chocolate and grapes and blindfolded and getting paddled and all this shit. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't think I'm supposed to be up here. I had the choice to either go
I'm
that
in
way
the wrong
or keep going and try and find some stairs. I eventually found some stairs, and I had to go up and under a bunch of different stanchions to get through. But holy shit, I didn't know that shit was real. It was like 2 floors up from the regular party.
I
It's
love
like
that
Shut
you
Party.
passed the vibe check enough that they were just like, yeah, are you also going up here? You seem like the kind of person that would.
Yeah, you know, the masks in my nose.
Did you see Black Mirror has 6 new episodes coming in April?
No.
Yeah. There's like a preview for it, but I don't want to watch it. Even though
Oh,
they're
yeah.
pretty good, I think, with previews where they're not like nowadays movies where they just show you the whole movie. They're pretty good with that, but I still don't want to watch it because I want to know nothing.
Yeah, I'm glad they're Joey. They're making more Black Mirror episodes.
Mhm.
Apparently,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you know
like
what?
that show a
April.
lot.
April 10th?
You know what show
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch? I only saw the first episode.
Hmm.
Have either of you watched Secret Level yet?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's from the people that made Love, Death, and Robots. It's
Oh,
on Amazon.
so good.
That's
And-
another kind of anthology show, right?
Oh, you
Yeah,
haven't
and
watched
it's all
it?
video game. It's all video game premises.
Video games?
No, I'm serious. Like the
Mhm.
first
It's really
episode
good.
is, I think it's Dungeons and Dragons. They have Warhammer. There's a God of War episode. I haven't watched it all yet, but they're like basically like 40-minute cutscenes, and they're really good.
They're about different established games, or
I'm pretty sure I have to, like I said, I have to watch more of them, but they are in those worlds, like those game worlds.
The thing about it too is that like the title kind of not like gives it away, but like it's either about love. Either the main premise of it is either about love, death, and or robot.
Wait, are you
Or-
talking about Love, Death, and Robots or Secret Level?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm confused. You're right. You said it was
Secret
like
levels from the
got
people
it.
that made Love, Death, and
Okay, I'm
Robots.
sorry. I thought you were talking about Love, Death, and Robots. Sorry.
Love, Death, and Robots is good. It's like Black Mirror. It's an
Yes.
anthology series, but it is different animation each time.
Yes.
So it's 3D animation, 2D animation,
Yeah.
all kinds of weird shit.
My bad.
Very happy to hear
I
they're making
confused.
more Black Mirror. And
Yeah, the
shit
Black
like that,
Mirror would be
honestly.
I know it's so
Just
good.
different directors, like, just shooting their shot creatively, like, with their idea. I like that
I think
premise a
it's
lot.
wonderful.
Yeah, me too.
Because it gives a lot of directors and animators and people like a chance in, to be able to make more and to like actually show their artwork and their directive stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
And put it all
Get out.
together.
It's a free.
They're making more
for all,
Black
man.
Mirror, Geisha.
You're what?
They're making more Black Mirror.
Oh.
What's still to this day I refuse to watch again and still actually traumatized me. Like actually. The ABCs of
Paprika?
Death.
Oh,
There's like
ABCs of Death.
There's like
Dumb.
one specific well there's a couple, but there's like one specific episode where I'm like, I am never watching this series again.
I know
I
the exact one you're talking
refuse.
about.
There was a
Oh.
couple of them, but was it the one
Um,
with I mean, I don't know if I was gonna watch it, but yeah.
I don't remember what letter it was, but they were jacking off.
Oh,
I wasn't
yeah.
even talking about
Yeah, I
that
remember
one.
Yeah, they were
Whoever
jacking
comes
That's one of
first
them.
I don't know what
wins.
letter it was,
Or
man,
loses?
but they were jacking fucking off.
Yeah.
Was it the one who
Yeah.
comes first dies or loses? Or
No, I think
wins
they
or loses?
They're
Wins.
safe.
Yeah, I
So
don't know
if
what
you come
letter.
first,
Each
you
one of
win.
them is like a letter.
That's bad incentive.
I don't know what letter it was, but they were jacking off in it.
Yeah, probably J.
Maybe it was J.
Probably.
I have a newspaper sitting in front of me, and I took a colored pencil and I circled every spot that has 69.
Nice.
Okay,
So I've got about 4 circled 69s.
four
good.
of them, huh? That's
Yeah.
weird. That's a little much for one page of the newspaper, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
it's an old newspaper, and it was the Thanksgiving special for Stater Brothers. They were being a little naughty with this Tom the Turkey here, I guess, that week.
They knew.
Such a shame to hear.
Yeah.
You hate when
yeah,
people are mishandling that Tom the
Yeah.
Turkey.
Have you guys watched Uzumaki at all?
No,
No.
So I heard that the first episode was beautifully animated and stuff, and then the series fell off from there. Did you watch it?
I didn't finish all of it. I'm like halfway through it.
Okay.
There's a lot of slug stuff or snail stuff going on.
Ooh,
Oh, Chris would love
Yeah.
it.
I know you love your snail stuff.
I do.
Have you guys
Little
watched Dawn to Dawn?
No,
Yes.
So
That
haven't.
fucking episode.
this is it the 7th one?
The one that made me fucking cry uncontrollably.
Yep, I know which one you're talking about, and I was sobbing like a baby. I was right there with you.
I literally was
Beautiful.
like, I'm usually like pretty good at like holding shit in because I don't like to cry in front of people. And Ty was watching it with me, and I was crying so hard, and I was like trying to suck the tears back in. And it like the episode ended, and Ty was just like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, can I have a tissue? Like I was like fucking actually like sobbing like a baby.
Me too.
It's a good show.
It's
an
so good.
Amazing show.
It's so
Dun
fucking
dun dun?
good. Yes.
Dawn to Dawn, yeah, it's an anime. It's so good.
I've been watching Severance. You guys start that?
Oh no, but I want to.
No, I don't have any way to watch it right now.
It's on the list.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's I like the premise a lot, and if you're watching this, I think it's season 2, episode 7 just aired. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really into it. I'm talking with my friends at the office about it, and it's just kind of it's my.
Office.
You know what? I used to have the opposite kind of outlook on when shows were coming out, but my friend Archie was like, everybody was watching The Last of Us because it was like currently airing and it was coming out every week,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I'll watch that when it's all out because I don't like waiting in between the episodes.
What?
Right?
You're taking the fun out.
Exactly. Like,
Watch
and
parties.
Archie was like, oh, for me, part of the fun of the show is the discourse, talking about it or looking up like theories and stuff online.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, you know what? I usually watch shows after they air, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, stuff like that, because I don't like waiting in between the episodes. But I was like, okay, you know what? Like the show's coming out, I'm gonna give it a try. Dude, I had so much fun. Dude, we were talking, oh my god, scene for scene, like, oh,
Yeah.
things that you would not really bring up if you watch the whole show throughout. So yeah, I'm doing it with Severance right now, and I'm having a lot of fun.
I feel like it's hard to, like, you can talk with people on forums about, you know, there's somebody that's their favorite show and they can talk about it until like you or them are like dead in the ground. But I feel like
the cows come home.
The cows come home.
6 feet under.
But I think it's really
The
neat
show.
and interesting that the episode came out on Monday and you go into work on Tuesday and you talk about it and it's so fresh in your mind and you're like, oh, I can't wait to talk about this part. Like, I wonder if they noticed this clue that I did, and then they didn't. You get to say that and then they get to tell you. So it's like, yeah, you can do that online like all day, all you want, but I feel like in person that's a really great thing to do.
Yeah, I talk with Archie and my friend Sam, and we'll just talk about Severance. Today's the day the Silent Hill F trailer released. Joey, did you get a chance to watch that?
I didn't watch it yet. No.
I'm actually really excited.
Up. Oh no, wait. I could pull it up. I have the legs from Silent Hill 2 still up. I still can't believe how similar that was. Anyway.
That is similar.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably seen them through osmosis, right?
Yeah, whatever the fuck that means.
What does that mean?
Like Jones?
Exactly.
No, you've probably seen it through the menage a trois of your life. Yeah.
I need to play the remake.
I didn't know
I need to play the remake.
The remake's really actually good.
Oh my god.
Of Osmosis Jones?
Yeah. Osmosis Jones 2 was direct to DVD, and the quality of animation was still good, but not as good. You know what I'm saying? And the plot, it just doesn't. It's meandering.
Did you watch the show though?
I don't know.
The show. I enjoyed the show. The show.
Oh, you like the show?
Yeah.
You endorsed the show.
I think I was like 11. 11-year-old
Does
me thought it slapped.
you endorse it?
Yeah, dude.
11-year-old
Yeah.
All right. I could slap. I'll watch.
Only if you like the movie, though.
I like the movie. I like how
Otherwise, you're
fluid
not
they
allowed.
are in their
Yeah,
mood.
you're not allowed. I wonder
I
if
like
you,
the bad guy.
I wonder if it's even streaming anywhere,
The
actually.
movie is.
No, but the show.
Let's Google it, because Google tells us things. Hold on, I'm doing it.
So, through step family members and family members, I am somewhat related to the little girl in Osmosis Jones 1. Bill Murray's
Fandango
daughter.
and YouTube.
I was at a family party and she was there.
You're related to that little girl?
Mm-hmm.
Was she nice?
The one that tells Bill Murray he's dying?
I don't think I actually talked to her, but my stepmom was like, yeah, that's her. She was in that movie.
She is also a voice in one of my favorite video games.
Which one?
Bully.
What?
Yeah.
She's in Bully?
She's in Bully. She's a voice
I didn't know
in
you
Bully.
played Bully?
I fucking love Bully. I want to play it on stream.
I can picture you liking Bully, actually.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that
I
means.
love being a little
You
bully.
seem like the kind of person to like Bully.
Well, see, here's the
I
thing.
can
think
picture
Katie might be
Katie,
a bully. I don't know.
All
Thinking
I'm
about
saying
it.
is
We're thinking about it.
I can picture Katie walking down the street in a floral dress. She's got floral sunglasses on, and she's got a floral covered bulldog, and she's over here munching on people's ankles.
Yeah.
The
Can
bulldog.
I tell you a story that you said bulldog that reminded me of something crazy and kind of creepy that happened to me?
Oh, please do.
Okay, so I was walking out of a coffee shop one day, and a lady stopped me and said, "Oh, I love your dress. Your dress is so nice." I said, "Oh, thank you so much. It was just a regular pink old dress. Nothing crazy on it. All right." I said, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate that." She goes, "Yeah, of course." She had 2 bulldogs with her. And I get in my car and I'm taking a sip of my drink, and it's like 2 p.m. It's the middle of the day. It's busy, and I'm like scrolling on my phone for a minute, just kind of relaxing. I think I had to be somewhere. I had an extra 20 minutes. I was like 5 minutes away, just relaxing. I had my window down a little bit because it was warmer out. And I hear, I don't remember exactly the words that we used in this conversation as she used, but she goes, "Hey, hi, I'm really sorry." And she's like approaching my car window, and she still has her 2 bulldogs. And I'm like, "Oh, hi." And she's like, "Have you ever thought of modeling?" And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh." I mean, and so I cracked a joke, I literally was like, "Oh, who hasn't?" "Oh, of course I have," ha ha ha. And she goes, "No, really." So I'm the CEO and founder of, and she said the name, I don't remember, I could probably find it on my Instagram, of something clothing company. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I'm just like, okay, this is like a little weird. She's coming up to me, coming up to my car and all this. All right, like, I'll see what's going on. And she's like, yeah, so we are doing this thing where we are finding models, and we have lots of clothing and lingerie, and we have sizes anywhere from like extra small to like 3XL, and so we're trying to find people of all shapes and sizes. And I'm sitting there like, okay, that's cool, like that's great, like awesome, cool, awesome, love to hear that. And she's like, so yeah, we would love to have you like model for us. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so she's like, yeah, I'm so and so on Instagram if you want to follow me. And so I look her up, and she had about 10,000 followers, and her Instagram showed her doing like shows and stuff like that, and had like doggy clothing that it was like the whole thing, like, oh, money spent like 10% went to, shelters and stuff like that. So I was like, this seems kind of legit. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I've seen these French bulldogs before a couple of times, so I know that she comes to this coffee shop, and I could pull it up on my phone and find it. But after I followed her, I messaged her a couple hours later maybe, and I was like, hey, my name is Katie. I met you outside in the parking lot. So how does this all work? And she said, oh, so we'd really like you to do the modeling for our lingerie. And I was like, oh, okay. And I said, okay, I think I said something like, do you have a studio? Like where, like, and she goes, so you would come to our house and you would try on the lingerie there and see what you like. And I was like, I don't think I answered her after that. I think I just didn't say anything. And in my head, I was just like, okay, because when you go on to her, like, not LinkedIn, but it's whatever, like you click on like one link and it brings you down like to Twitter, Instagram, address or whatever, you click on that and it gives an address in New York City. And I was not in New York City. I was in my hometown on Long Island, which is like 45 minutes away. So I was like, okay, so she comes here often enough that I've seen her here. So she has to live around this area, or at least like travels through this area to get.
She just goes there to get her groceries.
Yeah, she's. I mean, I don't know.
45-minute train ride.
I don't know. And so I was like, okay, so she has a studio in the city, but wants me to go to her home to try on the lingerie. Like, to me, that just didn't make sense. If you have a place in Manhattan, I would go to the place of business, not someone's personal home. Like, so I was just like,
I think they were trying to beat you up and kill you.
I think so
she wants
too.
to wear your skin.
I think she wants to wear my
I think she was gonna
skin.
beat you up and kill
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It does
Cut off
look
your
very
fingers and
soft.
stuff.
Do you use like a special kind of lotion?
I do.
Is it like a Hawaiian lotion?
I say it wrong, and Spider is going to hate me, but I call it Cetaphil.
That's what it's
Or,
pronounced.
I'm sorry, I say
Yeah,
Cetaphil.
Cetaphil.
And,
Oh.
I'm a CeraVe
I
guy.
say Cetaphil, and it's Cetaphil apparently.
It's it's
Ugh.
Cetaphil.
But
If
I
you're
use.
from the East Coast, Cetaphil's fine.
Thank you.
Cetaphil is
Thank
what
you.
it is though, because you got to see a skin to fill. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know,
I
I
see
keep it
us
Just talking
moisturized.
about our what are they called? Convalescence?
Comedones.
Condominiums.
Yeah, our comedones.
Convalescence.
Our
Condominium.
comedones.
It's actually
Quiescent.
pronounced kill myself because that's what I want to do right now.
Oh,
I'm kidding, Christopher.
La,
Christopher
la,
looks
la,
dead
la,
behind the
la.
eyes because he knows he has to cut that out later.
No, he
Oh, she's
doesn't.
not.
He,
oh,
he
you're
will
blushing,
keep it in.
Chris. Look at your
Yeah,
cheeks.
you're
They're getting
turning
red.
red.
My neck is getting red.
They're getting
neck
red
is
like
hot.
bees.
I'm still gonna smell like teas from Victoria's Secret.
Teas from
Nice.
It's a
Victoria's
good
Secret.
smell. It's a
T
good smell.
Oh,
E A
teas.
S or
I thought it meant-
T-E-A-S-E.
Teas.
I think I meant like
T-E-A-S-E.
tea, like a tea bag.
Like
No,
like
teas.
like
Like a big fat tea bag in there.
No.
like you're
No.
teasing.
Throw that
Yeah,
in there.
like
drink
you're
my drink.
teasing.
Teasing.
Yeah.
I'm just
You
teasing.
get teased by teabagging people in a game.
It's Victoria's
I'm just
Secret.
Oh, I
Hey.
gotcha. I gotcha.
Teas.
Do they have
yeah.
another one called Fool
Uh,
Around?
Sprints.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably.
They
Grab
do
by
have
the shoulder
another one in
volleyball
that same
stuff.
line that I have, but I can't remember what it's called.
I don't remember.
They're the same bottle shape and everything.
Oh, you would know Geisha's perfumes?
We have the same perfume. We both have teas.
Yeah, it's teas,
that's good.
Chris.
And I have the
Don't
other
know.
one in that line, and it looks exactly the
Listen.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
We'll fucking fight you about our teas
get
perfume.
on our level.
Okay.
That are teases.
At our teases. Rat Boy Genius.
Do you know who Rat Boy Genius is?
That is the guy from Overwatch.
No, there's
Rat
this
Boy
there's
Genius.
this guy,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he makes these he has this series called Rat Boy Genius,
Right.
and it's all scary 3D animated characters, and they use like text to speech, and they sing little songs and
That's
stuff.
your Rat Boy Genius. That doesn't have to be my Rat Boy Genius.
That's the Rat Boy Genius.
No, that's your Rat Boy Genius.
Get over it.
You've got an attitude.
I met a dude, and he just started randomly talking about how he's very involved with VR chat, like where
What's
they
going on
meet
in
up.
VR chat?
Well, apparently they meet up like weekly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He has like specific things that he uses. But he proceeded. It's supposed to just be a nice night where they drink and watch a movie in VR, and it proceeded to turn
Just want
into
a nice night.
a domestic nightmare. Apparently, in
What?
the VR chat,
Okay.
Where
There's the
this-
hook.
where this guy coerced another person. Apparently, they all knew each other. He coerced them into like posing their character in weird places and doing things, and it was a whole thing that they had to report to like some HR group within VR chat.
Oh.
It was crazy, and I had only known the guy
not
for
an
3 minutes.
HR department in VR chat.
Yes,
That
there is,
tracks.
apparently.
They
Yeah.
had one.
There's probably
tracks.
people role playing as an
They
HR
had one-
department. I'd believe
Yes, they had one like set up through their Discord.
That's crazy.
And he got in trouble because he was initially friends with the guy who was the perpetrator, and it was like a whole. They had to do
that.
straight
He's
up. Like,
making me pose.
no. Well, yeah, he got up in that person's avatar, I guess.
Sometimes they
God.
have hoo-has, man.
they held up. They held like a
Mhm.
little trial for the dude because
So
he
hooty
was his
hoo.
friend, and he was scared he was gonna get kicked out of the group.
Oh my god.
It was,
Exiled.
he was so serious.
I know about like Grand Theft Auto role plays where like if your character dies, they hold a funeral for you and that's it. You can never play that character again.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's like hardcore mode.
Yeah.
I used to like hopping in VR chat and just like trying to gather as many people as I could, and I would always either be like Timon or Gruntilda. Yeah.
You don't need a VR headset to play VR chat, do you?
No,
You don't.
Oh.
I have one, but
I just go into bars and sit by myself and see what happens.
That's awesome.
in real life or in
No,
VR
in
chat?
VR chat.
Can you stream that game? That sounds like a.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have. There are
Stream.
clips of it on my,
Yeah.
there are clips of it on my Twitch channel.
We
Oh,
could we
doing
do a VR stream
inappropriate
together?
Yeah.
We could all
I'd
do
be down
It's
for
VR.
fun.
that. I think I have it.
Yeah.
VR
I'd
chat.
have to just update my headset, I think.
Guys, stay tuned for that because you're not going to want to
You're
miss
not
that.
gonna miss this.
Guys, I'm cutting it off. Drive fast, take chances. You know we love you. See you next time.
Don't